Amplivo Weekly Call, the solution to the plastic pollution. We have the solution to the plastic pollution. And it's all about what is your why and high performance habits today. Did you get these habits right and you know what your why is? That's 3/4, maybe 75% of your journey forward. So let's get started. And in normal terms, what we'll do is we'll just play a little short video and then I'll hand over to Renee and you'll hear more from me as the presentation goes on. Thank you.
Equipped only with their vision, drive, hard work, and commitment to clean our planet from plastic pollution, Corsair began its journey in August 2020 with a record-breaking first year. As we now celebrate the second anniversary, let's look back over some of the milestones that were reached during our second year. Corsair launched the expansion of its second production facility in Bangkok. CSR plastic credit in its complete form is introduced to the world. The Amplivo network is completely restructured, leading into a streamlined, simple and easy to do home-based business model. The mandatory CSR purchase pools are introduced. More meaningful partners join the Corsair mission. Ford, Nissan, Lexus, Isuzu, Chatrium Group. CSR Services Company is launched, allowing easier entry for our European clients. The weekly distribution of CSR plastic credit begins. 2 new plastic waste-to-oil production units arrived to the Bangkok facility. Corsair continuously improves its operations at its Bangkok and Sa Kaeo facilities. CSR retirement program is launched, allowing CSR users to become certified plastic neutral. CSR savings program is launched, allowing CSR holders to benefit while holding on to their CSR plastic credits. Corsair's Bangkok facility welcomes its first guests after the COVID pandemic. History is made with the initial listing of CSR onto the latoken.com International Public Digital Asset Exchange. CSR becomes the first and the only plastic credit in the world to be traded on a public exchange. CSR continues to be listed on more exchanges, expanding to coinsbit.io and to xt.com, a major international exchange with millions of users. The Catching Plastic initiative is launched in collaboration with more than 100,000 fishermen, whereas Corsair is now also collecting plastic waste from our oceans. Corsair launches a European tour. Corsair becomes the first and the only company in Thailand to receive the prestigious ISCC certificate for chemical recycling of plastic waste. CSR becomes listed on CoinGecko and on CoinMarketCap, further establishing its place in the digital asset community. Corsair now has more than 80 plastic waste collection points and several hundred collection bins located around Bangkok. The value of the CSR plastic credit hits an all-time high on public trading. CSR continues to be listed on more exchanges and expands into P2P-B2P.com, making it the 4th international public exchange to now trade CSR plastic credit. The Amplivo network grows exponentially under the management of Corsair, now including more than 60,000 international members. The CSR mandatory purchase pool reaches over $350,000. Novotel joins the Corsair mission. Corsair and the CSR plastic credit received global media attention, being featured by more than 200 international media outlets during its second year in business. Business Insider, Yahoo Finance, Morning Star, Affiliated Press, Digital Journal, Fox, and 200 other medias. CSR becomes the leading plastic credit in the world. Corsair signs a major international collaboration agreement. During its second year, Corsair has continued its strong and stable growth while breaking records and making history. The company is now recognized internationally and continues to expand with more powerful partnerships than ever before. With a dedicated management team and more people from all over the world joining to support our mission to save the planet from plastic pollution, Corsair continues to grow stronger and is now ready to enter its third year. Stay tuned for exciting updates along the way. Corsair, for a cleaner future.
And there we go. So thank you to everyone. I'm glad that you're all, and good morning to everyone. And now I'm going to hand over to Renee. And today is all about high performance habits, but then really, truly, what is your why? So Renee, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody, on this weekly call. Yeah, today actually is a very, very good topic, I think, and that's the high performance habits and especially how to create them. So let's start it from the beginning. There you are. Right. So the main question is high performance habits and what are they and how to create them. So many people have success in a very simple way. And maybe you see that around yourself, but while other people struggle and fail to succeed, no matter what they do. And that's frustrating. And I have seen that a lot of times, many times around me. So what do the others that makes them successful that most don't? And that's the same thing as you don't know what you don't know. And as of today is if you see this presentation, you know what you don't know, and then you can implement it in your life, maybe 1% or 2%. But when you implement this in your life, I guarantee that you become successful in that way. So this is very important because there are certain habits they have that others don't use. And what kind of habits they have and what habits can help you achieve the long-term success. And it's not related to your age, your career, your strengths, or your personality. So the first thing is you must seek clarity. And that's very, very important. And I will cover that every topic in the next slides as well. So the other thing is generate energy, raise necessity, increase your productivity, and demonstrate courage. That are the 5 most important things in your life. If you want to change your life, seek clarity, generate energy, raise necessity, increase your productivity, and demonstrate your courage. So change your habits and you change your life. As simple as this. By applying these habits, you can really, really change your life. So that won't happen overnight, and it takes time. It's like going to the gym and not expect when you are on the gym for one day, you are Arnold Schwarzenegger. It takes time. So you must practice by yourself. And this is exactly the same thing. You must practice your habits. And what also very important is that you take the steps in the right direction in related to your habits. So let's start what doesn't work so well. And I see that a lot of people are struggling with that. They work hard, be passionate, focus on your strengths, practice a lot, stick to it, and be grateful. And we see that a lot of things, but if you just implement this kind of things, and I have done this too, I work hard to purchase higher goals, but often at the end I was tired, frustrated, and still had not reached my goals. And as soon I read the book, High Performance Habits, and I read that and I implement that, and in a very, very simple way, we call it also to keep it simple and smart. And if you do so, you see really your life changing on that one. And I realized when I have done that for many, many years, that the problem was in the way I did the things. So if I do the things what I have done, the outcome is the same what I have reached. And if you want to change your habits and you see that there will be another outcome as well. So with the right habits anyone can dramatically increase the results and become high performance habits almost in any field, if you just implement these habits. So let's start it with the first habit, and that's clarity. If you want to reach higher levels of performance in anything you do, you must consistently do the following. Seek clarity on who you want to be. And I think this is very, very interesting thing is, who are you? What are you doing? Who you want to be in the future? And this, if you make that a very, very clear vision on that one, then you see that that will be works. How you want to interact with others is also very, very important. And what you want, and this is maybe and the questions you have already asked by yourself, but a lot of people, if you just say, for instance, for maybe your friends, and just ask the simple question: what do you want? What do you really want? What do you really want to reach in your life? What do you really want to change? And I know for sure that a lot of people are not thinking about that. And the only thing is, what they really want is, I need a vacation. But that's a goal. And if you just ask this question for the people, what do you really want in life? How do you see your life in between now and a year? Or maybe how see your life in now and between you 2 years? What do you want? What is your goal? What will bring you the greatest meaning in life? And I think that's not going to your work, wake up 7 o'clock till and then go to work till 9 till 5 days in a week, and then you have the weekends, and then the Monday, over and over again, every single week again. I mean, for some people, that's the greatest meaning in life, but I think that we are not made for work 5 days in a week. But that's my opinion on that one. So as every project, a major initiative begins, you ask questions such as, what kind of person do I want to be while I'm doing this? What kind of person do I want to be? Or how should I treat others? That's very important. If you treat others, or maybe you treat yourself, that's also a very good thing, is that you complain about yourself and that you're negative and that you treat yourself. What are my intentions and objectives? What can I focus on? That one will bring me a sense of connection and fulfillment. That's also very important. Is that thing what you are doing right now, is that a sense of fulfillment of your life? Will that bring you the real connection? That's very, very important. And high performance ask these questions not only at the beginning, but consistently throughout. They don't just get clarity once and develop a mission statement that lasts the test of time. They consistently seek clarity over and over and over again, every single day. Is this what I'm doing? Certify. Is this what I'm doing in line what I'm wants to reach in my life? Is this what I'm doing, etc., etc.? And they take on new projects and enter new social situations. This kind of routine, self-monitoring, is one of the hallmarks of their success. Every single day, look at your life. If it's in line with your life, what you want to reach in life. And I found that high performers also regularly ask themselves a few primary questions right before interacting with people. And these are the questions like this. How can I be a good person or an Amplivo influencer in this upcoming opportunity, like the CSR plastic credits and plastic waste solution? How can I be a good person? Or what will the other person, new influencer, need? So if you just subscribe to new people for the Amplivo business and just ask yourself what your new member needs to reach the next level. And if you are asking that kind of questions, you get a lot of answers on that one. What will the other person need, and especially the new influencers? And what I see, unfortunately, is that a lot of people see the presentation and then the upline just call the person, what kind of package you want to start? Yeah, I want to start with a package of €100. All right, here we have my referral link, and see you later. Bye. but that's not what they need, and they need the help from you. So if you help the people, I know for sure that that will become a new high performance habits as well. What kind of mood and tone do I want to set? Are you happy? Are you set? Before you just doing the presentation, before you invite some people, be aware of what kind of mood and tone do you want to set in that conversation. So number 2 is generate energy so that you can maintain focus, effort, and well-being to stay on your A plan. You need to actively care for your mental stamina, your physical energy, and positive emotions in very, very, very specific ways. And what am I meaning by that, by energy? I mean by energy the full spectrum of your mentality, your emotional, your physical, and also your energy. That must in line. It's like what I see in these colors. It's like the cartridges of your printer. Every color must be there. If some color is missing, you cannot print. And I see this exactly in the same way. Is you have full loaded your physical, mental, emotional, and your spirit cartridges in your mind that must be full. If your spirit or your emotional is empty, it's really tough. So be aware of your physical, mental, emotional, and spirit power. And that's your power bar. So low energies correlates with lower high performance scores. The lower you rate in energy, the lower your overall happiness, the lower your enthusiasm for taking on challenges, the lower your actions, the lower your perceptions of your own success, and the lower your confidence in the face of adversity. So the lower the degree of influence you have with others, and the lower the likelihood that you eat well or exercise, because of your energy is low. That means the outcome is also very low. If your energy is high, this is just the opposite, is that you can see in this one. So low energy not only hurts your ability to reach high performance overall, it pervades all aspects of your life, unfortunately. You feel less happy. You don't take actions on the big challenges. You're feeling as if everyone is passing you by. Your confidence tanks. You eat worse. You get fatter. You struggle to get people to believe in you, buy from you, follow you, support you. That's the low energy. But of course, and this is what I like, is you don't know what you don't know. And if you are more aware of this kind of habits, what bring you down, we have also absolutely the other side, the flip side of the coin. Increase your energy, and you improve of all these factors. So there are some things you can do to speed up your energy level. And this is, I like this, is master transitions. So this is also, when I explain this for a lot of people, then they understand, wow, yeah, you are right. But what are the transitions? What will I mean by that? I mean the space in between two activities. From sleep, that's the sleep state, then you go to the wake up state. And that means that you have a transition from sleep to wake up to start your day. That's a transition. So from sleep and the space in between to wake up, and wake up to start your day, it's different things. And the space in between, that's a transition. From your home, for example, driving to your work is a transition. Your mind is in your home. As soon as you step in your car and drive to your home, is the transition is from home to your work, the space in between. And this, for example, and also example as well, is when you open your car door and you are on your work, and you walk into the office from workspace, from driving, then you change your mind to a work mindset. That's also a transition. And making a presentation, for example, and after that reading your emails is a transition, because you have your mindset related to making your presentation. And the other activity is a completely other one, and is reading your emails. But the space in between, that's the most important thing. And this is also a great example. The working days ends, you hop back in your car and you head to the gym, to more transactions. I hope that you understand what I mean by transition. And these transitions are immensely valuable, a powerful space of freedom between activities. And it's in the space that you discover the greatest restorer and amplifier of your energy. And if you're just thinking that, I'm convinced that if we can get you to change the way you shift from one activity to the next, we can revitalize your life. That's very important. And I see a lot of people are jumping into one activity and another activity and another activity, and not thinking that they are aware that they are started the new activity. And this is what I call the energy in between the activities. So what you can do, and this is, a lot of people know me, and they see that I'm doing that over and over again. Take your time in between two activities and take just 2 minutes to set an intention for the next activity. That release the tension from the first activity and set intention for the next activity. People are not aware of that, and they're doing without thinking. But if you take that moment, that specific moment in between two different tasks, from, let's say, I'm doing now the presentation, and as soon as I finish this presentation, I was thinking on the new task. Maybe I want to drive, or maybe I don't know, I want to go for a walk. I just take 2 minutes and I take my intention from the walk. That means that you can raise your energy very, very fast. Number 2, to raise your energy is bring the joy. You may recall that joy is one of the 3 defining positive emotions of the high performance experience. That's why I suggest that if you decide to set one intention that will raise your energy and change your life more than others, bring also more joy in that intention. So you can say, I go out for a walk after I'm finished with this presentation, and yeah, that's my intention. I just take 2 minutes, just finish the presentation, and just thinking in the way that I go out, and maybe that I'm joy because the sun is shining, the birds. And if you bring joy in that one, that is also a very good thing to raise your energy. And if you feel joy, just feel the joy. Your body, mind, emotional reality all get a lift on that one. And this is also very good. Optimize your health. Eat healthier food. Sleep a few hours longer, like today, 1 hour longer. Take a break. Walk into the nature and get fit now. This is a huge point that a lot of people miss. Exercise improves learning. And that's also very good. Exercise improves learning. Exercise also decreases stress, which is a killer of mental performance. And that's the battery, that's the cartridges of your mind. If your mental performance is low and your stress is very high, the outcome is not so good. So exercise. Maybe you don't want to run, but maybe you want to go out for a walk in the nature, something like that, or just take some weights or something like that. So because it increases your energy, exercise also enables you to perform general tasks faster and more efficiently. It boosts your working memory, elevates your mood, increase your attention, and make you more alert, all of which increase your performance in your energy. And that's another high performance habits. Number 3 is raise necessity. Raise necessity for exceptional performance. This means actively tapping into the reasons you absolutely must perform well. The necessity is based on the mix of internal standards. That's your identity, your beliefs. Do you really believe in what we are doing? with Amplivo Corsair, with the CSR plastic credits, and reduce the plastic waste globally? Do you believe in that, what we are doing? Also, have an attention on your values, your expectations, the demands, and your competition. And also make it for yourself and create deadlines. If you create deadlines, that means that, for example, last weekend we had a business training, and a couple of weeks before, I decided, let's do a business training on the 29th. And I said to everybody, I created a deadline for myself, but also a deadline for other people. And now we create a new deadline. We're doing the business presentation in 14 days later. That's a new deadline. So if you every time create deadlines for yourself, and we have also a very, very good announcement of today, and maybe Roger will say something about that by the end of this presentation, is we have also a very good announcement related to the 28 days period. That's also a deadline. And that raised necessity as well. So it's about always knowing your why and stoking that fire, so you feel that needed drive and pressure to get it all. And what's your why? And I like this picture. What is your why? Roger.
Yes, what is your why? And the more you can get to, the closer you can get to your why and what it is actually your want. It's all about the why. So this is probably one of the best videos that I can find about your why. So just bear with me.
When I was in high school, I early on, about 16 years old, I decided I wanted to become president of the United States. Because I thought, how can I contribute the most to society? And I went to a seminar by a man named Jim Rohn. He's still a seminar speaker. And I took a week's pay. I was working $40 a week as a janitor. And it was $35 for the evening seminar. So it was a big decision. I listened to him speak, and I came out so inspired, because most of what he said I already believed. Now as an authority figure saying, you really can be this way.
Why pay the price? Why work this hard? Why go this far? Why try to learn this much? Why try to do it all? Why try to see it all? Why try to have it all? Why do it? Why learn it? Why study? Why put yourself out? Why try to take on this much responsibility? Why develop yourself to the full? Why try to become all that you can possibly become? Why try to earn as much as you can earn, share as much as you can share, develop every skill you possibly can, see every human you possibly can, go to every class you possibly can, touch everybody you possibly can? Why do that much? Why go that far? Why share that much? Why give that much away? Why try to see everything? Why try to do everything? Why try to become everything? That's a good question, why? And you're the only one personally that can answer that question for yourself. You've got to have your own list of why. Work on your list of whys. If the why is powerful, the how is easy.
If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, famish, or gulf, sickness or pain of body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, dogged and grim, you besiege and beset it. With the help of God, you'll get it.
But if the why isn't strong, if your goals aren't powerful, if the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing.
And because he spoke, how people live their lives as a result of the story they believe about themselves, he interrupted the story that I believed about myself.
Work on your list of why.
Make no small plans, for they have no magic to stir men's blood.
It explains it all. All I say to everyone is, what is your why? Renee.
Yeah, I think this is very, very important, and this is also what I say before in this presentation is, if you have no goal, if you have no why, what kind of direction you want to go. So this is very important, your why. And let's start it with the other habit, and that's increase your productivity. It's just not happening fast enough. This is what I see a lot of people when they are started with the Amplivo, and they think that they can become like a 3-star or 4-star in 3 weeks, or they want to invite people, and most of the time we see it just not happening fast enough. That's in your mindset, and most of us have that feeling at the same point, and then they quit because it's happening not fast enough. And one of the worst feelings, what I think in the world, is to be increased busy, but feel that you are not making any progress in your life. Like for example, that you're going to the gym. And I know from my personal experiences, in the first 4 months, you see nothing, and you are practicing, but you see nothing. And after 4 months, and you look in the mirror, and you go, hey, I see some progress. But a lot of people are quit in the first 3 months. And that's exactly the same what I see in for example, in the Amplivo, is that for the first 3 months, a lot of people make a lot of effort in that, and a lot of, they work hard, and they incredible busy in that one. But if it's not happening fast enough, that gives you a feeling that you are fighting. And this is what I'm seeing, and also that when you're inviting new people into the business, that seems to take time forever. But the progress comes too slow. That's what you think, and happiness is always in distant horizon, what never reaching that one. So the key element is to only focus on the quality output in the area in which you want to be known, and to drive the impact. You also have to minimize distractions that steal your attention from your goal. And this is, we see that a lot of times that will be happened, that you will be distracted by a lot of things. It's not related to your goal. And when you are walking in the direction of your goal, and you have distractions in your life that can steal your attention, what you are from your path to walking through your distance, maybe you can stop in that one. So distractions is very, very important. So minimize your distractions that steal your attention from your goal. And the most important elements in that, they don't know, the 5 moves that can bring your productivity, is first, decide what you want. And this is also what I told you a few slides before, is decide what you want. What do you want? What is your why? Avoid negative people holding you back. Negative people bring your energy down. And if your energy is down, it's like the 4 cartridges in your printer and the 4 cartridges in your mind. If you have more negative people around you, they hold you back. So be aware of that. Minimize distractions. Start activities in line with your goal. If you start the activities doing in line with your goal, I know for sure that will bring the thing what you needed. And what is also created by that one is, if you start activities in line with your goal, automatically you minimize the distractions. And this is also a very good key element. Just focus 60% of your time doing those activities. So 60% of your time, make a list of what you want in life. What is your why? And 40% is just relaxing and do other things like shopping, like going to a movie or something like that, eating. But 60% of your time, just do the things related in line with your goal, and you will see that your activities and your energy will be increased immediately. The other thing is demonstrate courage. Most of the other high performance habits are under your direct personal control, and you choose to see clarity, to level your energy you feel is largely under your command, and how successful you are with productive outcome is up to you. But what about your courage? Do you have fear to do the things in line with your goal? And most of the people has fear to jump out of the comfort zone. And you need courage in that one. So high performance are courage people. Data shows that courage is significantly correlated with high performance. So in fact, the higher your courage, your score is better than the other first 4 performance. And you need that. It's sometimes not, how can I say that? It's you have fear. I have also fear when I do something for the first time, but I'm aware that I have the fear, but I take my courage to overcome my fear and I do it anyway. And when I do so, you see when you do that more times, your fear will be down and your courage will be raised up in that one. So that means that individuals who have developed greater courage in life also tend to have more clarity, energy, necessity, and productivity. So you need the courage to move yourself to the next level. And that's also a very good habit in that one. So speak up for yourself, even when it's hard. If you don't want to do something, then say that I don't want to do that. Why? Because I don't want to do that. Do it. You cannot do that for another person. So respond quickly to life challenges and emergencies rather than avoid them. Take action despite feeling your fear. And don't feel that if have the courage to express who you really am. And even you know it was the right thing to do, it will not help someone if it means you would be judged, ridiculous, or threatened. So most of the things, and that's what I say, most of the things are laying outside of your comfort zone. But just take the actions. And in my life, the more things I never have done, it's for me an opportunity to take that challenge, to make the decision to make that step right, because this is a new experience. And if you do a lot of things in that way many times, that will be your new habit as well. So high performance taking actions despite fear, much more than others do. And why do some people have more courage than others? There's also a very good question in that one. And they create an ego mentality. And I want to show you a very, very good video. And I like this. So just share my sounds. If you check. Yeah, there you are.
Don't be a parrot in life. A parrot talks way too much, but can't fly high. But an eagle is silent and has the willpower to touch the sky. Here's the 7 mentalities that we can learn from an eagle. Number 1, eagles fly alone at high altitude. Eagles don't fly with sparrows, ravens, and other small birds, meaning stay away from narrow-minded people, those that bring you down. Eagles fly with eagles. There's a saying that goes like this: people you hang around will eventually determine the person you become. Keep good company. Number 2, eagles have vision. They have the ability to focus on something as far as 5 kilometers away. No matter what the obstacles, the eagle will not move his focus from the prey until he grabs it. Meaning, have a vision and remain focused in your life. No matter what the obstacles and challenges you may face, don't give up and you will succeed. Number 3, eagles are fearless. An eagle will never surrender to the size or strength of its prey. It will always give a fight to win its prey or regain its territory, meaning no matter what the size or big your problems are, don't give up. Instead, face it. Successful people are fearless. They face problems head on. Number 4, eagles are tenacious. Eagles love storm. When clouds gather, the eagles get excited. The eagles use the storm wind to lift themselves higher. Once it finds the wind of the storm, the eagles use the raging storm to lift itself above the clouds. This gives the eagle the opportunity to glide and rest its wings. In the meantime, all the other birds hide in the branches and leaves of the tree, meaning achievers are not afraid of challenges. Rather, they relish in them and use them for profitability. Number 5, eagles never eat dead things. Eagles never eat dead meat. In other words, an eagle does not scavenge. It only eats the meat from the prey it kills itself. Meaning, do not rely on your past success. Keep looking for new frontiers to conquer. Leave your past where it belongs, in the past. Number 6, eagles prepare for training. They remove the feather and the soft grass in the nest so that the young ones get uncomfortable in preparation for flying. And eventually, they fly when it becomes too unbearable to stay in the nest. Meaning, leave your comfort zone. There is no growth there. Last but not least, number 7, eagles possess vitality. When the eagle grows old, his feathers become weak and cannot take him as fast and as high as it should. This makes him weak and could make him die, so he retires to a place far away in the mountains. And while there, he plucks out the weak feathers in his body and breaks his beak and his claws against the rocks until he is completely bare. A very bloody and painful process. Then he stays in his hiding place until he has grown new feathers, new beaks and claws, and then comes out flying higher than ever before. Meaning, we occasionally need to shed off old habits, no matter how difficult. Things that burden us or add no value to our lives should be let go of. Thanks for watching this video. Share and subscribe for more amazing inspiration.
I like that video. If you want to watch that one, you can find it on YouTube, and I think it's called the Eagle Mentality. But when you watch it over and over again, this is very good. And if you start your day, just think about it. If you start your day with just watching this Eagle mentality, I know for sure that your energy will be raised. So soon, if you implement all these habits, the obstacles being to seem smaller, and the path seems more your own. So no matter what happens, trust in yourself and absolutely lean forward. And the next level opens after your next courage steps. Implement these steps, And after more and more of those steps, you will look back with self-respect, and you see, and I like this picture. Maybe he wants to change it in just a moment in 2023. But as I look back at the year, I regret nothing. And because even the stress and pain I went through to me, how strong I am blessed with good friends who care. But most importantly, I have my self-respect. And if you just implement these high performance habits, and you can also search on YouTube, high performance habits. I know that you can also find a lot of books on that one, the high performance habits. Just read it. And I know for sure, if you more aware and you don't know what you don't know, now you know what you don't know. And so that means that now you can implement these things in your life and raise the energy. So make a consciousness effort to surround yourself with positive, nourishing and uplifting people who believe in you, encourage you to go after your dreams and celebrate your victories. That's how you create your Amplivo team with like-minded people. Go together with your friends, with your members, with your team to Bangkok, for example. And this is just related to what I've presented in this presentation. Seek clarity, generate your energy, raise your necessity, increase your productivity, and demonstrate courage. These are the habits that you need to adopt if you want to improve your high performance in your life. Now you know how to become a high performance Amplivo influencer. I will thank you for this presentation, and hopefully you have more things to inspire you in your life to implement it in that one, and you want to start it with the high performance habits. So hang over to you, Roger, and I know that you want to share something more in relation to this topic, and also with the big announcement.
Well, there's been quite a couple of big announcements, but then first what I wanted to do, I wanted to share a little, it's very much related to what we've been talking about, what Renee's been talking about, and also what is your why, etc. This is very, very important, and it's the Don Penner story, told by somebody else, and it's just all about work ethics, etc. So it's a very short video. Let me just play this for you, and I'm sure you'll find it very, 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 very interesting.
Okay, I want to share a story with you, but I gotta be quiet because Dan is having a meeting in there with another mentee. But follow me, I'll take you to a quieter place, but this is the office. So here's a story. 10 years ago, after long hours, one of the nights, I was walking down those stairs and I saw Dan's office door was opened. I kind of peeked inside because I've never seen his office. And I could see him working behind the computer. Now this is after teaching for multiple days from like 9 a.m. to like 6 p.m. or something like that, okay? He was working. So I'm typing away in the computer and I don't know why I asked the question, but I did. Right? I said, oh, so Dan, you're still working late at night, right? It's like 10 p.m. And it's like, he looked up and said, wow, all you guys are all filthy, stinking rich. I gotta make a living to support this place. And they said, get out, and went back to work. The work ethics that I saw, the high performance, when I came back from the castle 10 years ago, when Dan said, you have no idea what high performance is. You think you're working hard, you're not working hard. You have no idea, right? At his age, still going hard for so many hours every day when he doesn't need the money, when I don't need the money, right? We work hard, right? Most people think, I work hard. You're not working, I'm not working shit, right? On 9 to 5 and, weekends off, all that shit. It's not what we're talking about. And I'm not just talking about doing manual labor where you're working hard physically. I'm talking about mental work, where you're using your brain, you're working smart, you're doing what is necessary, you're doing the hard stuff. If you're closing, you're picking up the phone, closing those sales, right? In business, you're meeting those prospects and talking to them. Marketing, you're writing those ads, you're getting it up there, you're getting traffic, you're converting those sales, you're developing products, you're doing something, right? That's hard work. Not just manual labor, but this kind of work. So I want to share that story with you. Whatever you're working on, you know you could do more, demand more from yourself. There's so much more potential, so much more you can squeeze out of your performance. And when you get to this level of performance, when you think this is all you got, you've got more, you've got more. And you push. You think this is all you got, you push some more. Before you know it, you look back, you look at everybody else is mediocre. And you are performing at a level that most people cannot even fathom, they cannot even understand, and that's why you're successful.
I really like that story. That's absolutely brilliant. But you know, guys, you all say you're busy. You come home from work and you're, oh, I'm just too tired. I'm going to sit here, or I'm just going to have this, or whatever. Push yourself, do more. I can tell you there's lots of people on this call here today who regularly start. They might do it. Some of them have got regular jobs as well still. They work their days, they come home and they start again on their Amplivo business. Some people start right sort of 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and they're still doing it 10 o'clock. I can tell you now, our CEO, yeah, he works European times. He's in Thailand. Yeah. Every time I can get calls, we can get calls from you know, Jay, midnight. That's 6 o'clock in the morning. And he's still working. He hasn't been to bed, still working. So it's about work ethics, but work smart as well. But I just wanted to make a little announcement here. Now, I don't know how many people have not seen this, but actually you can find all the information on the official Amplivo YouTube channel. The Telegram channel. It's been announced there. It was announced last night. But don't you just wish that, you know, maybe some of you didn't quite make it through the 5 levels in your fast start when you first started. And you're thinking, oh my God, if only I just pushed a little bit further on the first 28 days, I could actually have achieved that. No problem. Your thinking is different now. Well, those who did not achieve that, now's your chance. There's a brand new 28-day fast start for those people who are already in, who missed out from before. All I say to that is Yahoo. Now, I don't know where this came from, because I didn't think that they would do it again, but they have done it, especially for you guys. They're just some of the historic moments, and that they've had a great thought and what the company could do to help each and every one of you. And I think this is actually a great achievement for so those who didn't get through the 5 levels in their fast start in the first, you know, in their first 28 days. Now's your chance. Started yesterday, you have 28 days. Don't miss out. So that's all I wanted to say. We've been down now. We've almost done the hour. I just wanted to leave you with one thing only. And just remember this. If you want what you've never had, you must do what you've never done. And I'm going to repeat that. If you want what you've never had, you must do what you've never done. Now, those who know me, you've heard me say that before, but it's so important. If you can get that ingrained into your head, sort out your why, the rest of it will all just fall into place. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful Sunday. Renee, thank you tremendously. Superb as always. And guys, see you later. See you on the next one.